Have you ever learned a really great English word only to completely forget it when it's time to actually use it? You read it or you heard it somewhere and you understand it, you know that you understand it, but it just seems to disappear into thin air when it's time to actually produce it. Well, you're not alone, and in this video I'll talk about what that is all about and I'll show you what you can do to change it. I'm going to give you 3 practical tips to help you actually use new words and reactivate old ones when you go to speak. And at the end, I'll show you a really phenomenal free AI powered coach that I've built to make it much easier. This is for you if you're tired of not being able to use the vocabulary that you know. Hi, if we haven't met, I'm Sarah. I've been helping people speak with more clarity and confidence for over 25 years, and this channel is here to help you do the same. Let's start with the research. A 2016 study found that most native English speakers know approximately 40,000 words. I mean, it varies, but give or take. But in everyday life, they're actively using about half of them, so around 20,000 words. And this is normal. That right there is the difference between passive and active vocabulary. Passive vocabulary means words you recognize and understand. Active vocabulary, that means the words that you recognize and understand, but also that you actually use easily, fluently in conversation and also your writing. It's normal, right? So as an English learner, you also have a passive and an active vocabulary. You learn words like exhausted and flabbergasted, but then when you actually go to speak, you constantly use words like tired and surprised instead. Okay, tip number 1, say the word out loud as soon as possible. Don't just nod to yourself when you come across a word that you recognize, or diligently write it down when you find a word that you didn't know. Actually use it, speak it. Even better, try it in a sentence. So if it was the word exhausted, you might think to yourself, okay, I feel exhausted after a long meeting or exhausted after a long run. Actually try and use it in a sentence. Tip number 2, use it in different contexts, different situations. So ask yourself, okay, how would I feel exhausted if something went wrong with a friend versus if something went wrong in a meeting versus if something went wrong in a first date? And try to use the word in those different situations. And that really locks in your usage. Tip number 3, repeat the words that you come across. Make the effort to pause, do some active listening, active reading. And by that I mean be willing to pause when you're reading and be willing to pause when you're listening to something and just stop for a moment, say the word out loud. It's great to, read and listen to things for pleasure, but being willing to stop in the moment and really focus on that new word with intention is really, really useful. In general, stop hoarding vocabulary. Start using it, because vocabulary journals are often crammed full of words that are just collected but not actually used. So rather than creating a word collection, start with an intentional daily habit of using about 3 a day. 3 words that you are going to speak out loud in a sentence, in context, and you're actually going to really use. Maybe you know you're guilty of hoarding words. Maybe you've tried using ChatGPT to help you actually use them, and you've probably discovered that it can get quite tricky. It can eat up a good chunk of time trying to get ChatGPT to help you in the way that's most useful. It can be frustrating. That's why I built an AI tool to help make it fun and easy so that you'll actually be able to do it regularly. My AI tool is hosted on ChatGPT. It works with a free account, but it does work best with a paid ChatGPT account. On the free account, you might encounter some usage limitations occasionally. You can use it on the free one. So what is this AI tool for? You might be wondering. Well, meet Amy, your active vocabulary coach. Amy is a kind, friendly AI coach who helps you turn new vocabulary or vocabulary that you would like to review into fluent conversation. You can start by choosing 3 words or phrases that you want to study. For example, in this video, I highlighted vanished into thin air, flabbergasted, and chunk of time. Give those words to Amy and she'll ask, would you like a quick review or do you want to practice using them right away? If you want to first study or review, then she will give you a complete breakdown of the word form, meaning, synonyms, antonyms, collocations, and an example sentence. She'll even share some of the finer nuances, such as whether it's a formal or informal word and British versus US usage, those kind of things. And then she'll ask if you want to speak with her. She creates realistic speaking scenarios like chatting with a friend or preparing for a meeting or giving advice. And your words naturally show up and she will guide and coach you to use them and give you feedback. So you click on the microphone to speak with her and she guides you using the words in conversation with her. So this helps you stop hoarding vocabulary and start immediately using it, which is why I called her the active vocabulary coach. Click the link below to try this for free. And if you love how easy it is to practice English this way, then you might want to know that my membership, Elevate, is available and it has lots more micro skill based English AI tools to help you build real fluency your way. Thank you for joining me as I went through this overview of how to increase your active vocabulary. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.